Ah, hello friends, welcome to the lecture. Food hygiene. Food hygiene is a potential source of infection and is liable to contamination by microbes at any point during its journey from producer to the consumer. Food hygiene may be defined as the sanitary science which aims to produce food which is safe for the consumer and of good keeping quality. It covers a wide field and includes the rearing, feeding, marketing, and slaughter of animals, as well as the sanitation procedures designed to prevent bacteria of human origin reaching foodstuff. Food hygiene, in its widest sense, implies hygiene in the production, handling, distribution, and serving. WHO 1984 has defined food hygiene as all conditions and measures that are necessary during production, processing, storage, distribution, and preparation of food to ensure that it is safe, wholesome, and fit for human consumption. The primary aim of food hygiene is to prevent food poisoning and other foodborne illness. Food control. The objective of the control has three aspects: economic, aesthetic, and public health. Different branches of food hygiene include milk hygiene, meat hygiene, fish hygiene, egg hygiene, hygiene of vegetables and fruits, food handlers hygiene, sanitation of eating place. Milk hygiene. Milk is an efficient vehicle for a great variety of disease agents. Milk gets contaminated by various sources like odor, utensils, personal hygiene of the handlers, storage environment, water, etc. Milk-borne disease. A joint FAO WHO expert committee 1970 on milk hygiene classified milk-borne disease as under infections of animals that can be transmitted to man: tuberculosis, streptococcus infections, anthrax. Infections primary to man that can be transmitted through milk: typhoid and paratyphoid fevers, cholera, enteropathogenic Escherichia coli. Clean and safe milk. First essential is a healthy and clean animal. Secondly, the premise where the animal is housed, and milk should be sanitary. Milk vessels must be sterile and kept covered. Food water supply should be bacteriologically safe. Milk handlers must be free from communicable diseases. Milk should be cooled immediately to 10 cc after it is drawn to retard bacterial growth. Methylene blue reduction test. It is indirect method for detection of microorganisms in milk. Test is carried out on the milk accepted for pasteurization. Definite quantity of methylene blue is added to 10 ml of milk and sample is held at a uniform temperature of 37 degrees Celsius until the blue color is disappeared. The test serves as confirmation of heavy contamination and compared with the direct counts of bacteria, it saves time and money. Method of pasteurization. Holder vat method. In this process, milk is kept at 63 to 66 degrees Celsius for at least 30 minutes and cooled down to 5 degrees Celsius. ST high temperature and slow temperature method. Milk is rapidly heated to a temperature of nearly 72 degrees. Rapidly heated, 72 degrees Celsius is held at that temperature for not less than 15 seconds and is then rapidly cooled to 4 degrees Celsius. Meat hygiene. The diseases which may be transmitted by eating unwholesome meat are typhoid infections, tinea saginata, trichinella spiralis, fasciella hepatica. Microbiological infections, actinomycosis, tuberculosis, food poisoning. Meat inspection. Animal intended for slaughter are subject to proper antemortem and post-mortem inspection by qualified veterinary staff. Meat inspection is a very important process before being accepted or rejected. Antemortem inspection. The term antemortem, before death, it is inspection of live animal and birds prior to being slaughtered. Objective is to screen all animals destined to slaughter to ensure that animals are properly rested and their proper clinical information which will assist in the disease diagnosis and judgment is obtained to identify sick animals. Principal causes are this: antemortem rejection, it is based on exhaustion, emaciation, pregnancy, sick pox, brucellosis, diarrhea. Postmortem infection is routine postmortem examination of carcass should be carried out as soon as possible after the completion of dressing. It helps to detect abnormalities so that products only conditionally fit for human consumption are passed as to food. Signs of generalized disease are inflammation of joints, lesions in different organs. Post-mortem rejection, it is based on Schistosophorus bovis liver flare, abscesses, Sarcoptes species, hydatidosis, septicemia, parasitic and nodular infections of liver and lungs, tuberculosis, cysticercus, cellulose. Good meat quality. It should be neither pale pink nor a deep purple tint. Firm, elastic to touch. Should not be slimy. Have an agreeable odor. Slaughterhouse hygiene. Hygiene of slaughterhouse is important to prevent contamination of meat during the process of dressing. There is a Model Public Health Act 1955 in India which standardizes on the location, structure, disposal of waste, water supply, examination of animals, storage of meat, transportation of meat, miscellaneous other activities connected with meat processing. Slaughterhouses located preferably away from residential areas. Okay, then we will move forward. Food, fish hygiene. Fish hygiene also should be a good one. Fish deteriorates or loses its freshness because of autolysis, which sets in after death, and because of bacteria with which they become infected. Stale fish should be condemned. The signs of fresh fish are it is in a state of deep stiffness or rigor mortis. The gills are a bright color and eyes are clear and prominent. Tin fish hygiene. The inspection of tin fish. The tin must be new and clean without leakages or rusting. There should be no evidence of having been tampered with, such as sealed openings. On opening the tin, the contents do not blown out, which indicates decomposition. Okay. So egg hygiene also, it should be good. Although the majority of freshly laid eggs are sterile inside, the eggs become contaminated by fecal matter from the hen. Microorganisms including pathogenic salmonella can penetrate the cracked cell and enter the yolk, leading to spoilage. Egg can also be fortunate to increase the cell. Fruits and vegetable hygiene also, everyone knows fruit and vegetables and fruits host many pathogens like bacteria, fungal, protozoans, which can enter the plant material during or after harvesting. Generally, proper washing and sanitation are employed to increase shelf life and product safety. Freshly harvested products are put in the wash to remove soils, pesticides, residues, insects, plants, debris, and microbes. Hygiene for food handlers is important. Okay. Food sanitation rests directly upon the state of personal hygiene and habits of person working in food industries. The infections which are likely to be transmitted by the food handlers are diarrhea, dysentery, typhoid and paratyphoid fevers, enteroviruses, viral hepatitis, protozoasis, eggs of helminthiasis, streptococcal and staphylococcal infections, and salmonellosis. The 5 keys to safer foods are clean. Keep clean, separate raw and cooked food. Cook food thoroughly. Keep food at safe temperatures. Use sipped water and raw material. Okay. Keep clean, separate raw and cooked food. Cook food thoroughly. Keep food at the safe temperature. Use the safe water and raw material. Rules for food handling. Medical examination work out of all food handlers at the time of employment. Any reason which history of typhoid fever, diarrhea, chronic dysentery, tuberculosis, or any other communicable disease should not be employed. Person with wounds, skin infection should not be permitted to handle food or utensils. The day-to-day health appraisal of food handlers is also quality important. Those who are ill should be excluded from food handling. Any illness which occurs in a food handler's family should at once be notified. Education of food handlers in matters of personal hygiene, food handling, utensils, dishwashing, and insect and product control is the best means of promoting food hygiene. Personal hygiene to be promoted. Okay, hand hygiene, hair, overall hygiene, habits are very important. Okay, the food sanitation of eating places is also important in India. Okay, so location and floor and rooms that should be clean, and proper engineering measurements should be taken, and the kitchen should be clean. Okay, so storage of cooked food is important, and storage of uncooked food stuff is also important. Then we will come to furniture, disposal of refuse, water supply, washing facilities should be clean. Okay, adulteration as food, another aspect of adulteration of food is also important. Okay, there will be the separate lecture on adulteration of food. It might be there. Then food control is important. Food control administration is also very important. Major states laws relating to food control in India are Prevention of Food Adulteration Rule 1955, Indian Penal Code 1986 as amended Cantonment Act, Bombay Provincial Municipal Act. These are all acts. Food safety and standard of food is important. Provisions of original food production, PFA, Production Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954. It is defined of food definition of food adulteration. Okay, this will come in nutrition also. Okay, this all will be in nutrition. So this is also principle of food control options available. Okay, so thank you guys. So we will finish the lecture.